It's been 9 months since the last time that we talked about this Brownstone project, and we're finally ready for the final reveal. So today I can't wait to show you. This is an award-winning, great project, and let's go take a look. So many details, so many things to see. This is gonna be a long video, so just prepare yourself. But we have to just rewind and step back. Do you remember we were talking about the style and design that was the theme for this entire project? Do you remember what that was? Let's look back at that. So let's go total loft theme. So I'm thinking for loft, it's like industrial and craftsman, all kind of like meshed together. Maybe a little bit of boho, just for a little bit of color, kind of fun, because we gotta have fun, right? So let's do these styles, let's mix them together. Okay, so we were looking for industrial, machine age, this lofty feel, and you're gonna see that throughout this entire video. You're gonna see things from this metal railing here to this very like masculine bachelor pad feel that you have here. Instead of can lights, we use spotlights. You're gonna see a metal wrapped fireplace. We only carried the walls up 7 feet so you could see over top of them for that loft feel in the basement. Brick mixed with natural materials and a lot of that machine age light fixtures and hardware and finishes. So many great details to come. I can't wait to show you, but let's dive in. Let's start right here in the living room. Okay, first of all, the main level was completely gutted down to the studs and we reconfigured everything. We did that, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, but starting in here, beautiful windows throughout this place. We wanted to frame them a little bit more with that masculine feel, but also that kind of industrial. We have these plantation shutters that were painted in black, which allow light to come in, but look at the privacy they also provide. I mean, you can't even see outside. The street, it's the privacy you need to just allow light to still pour in, but have a great design effect, which is what we want. We want form, we want function. That goes into any design. And in here, it looks so sharp together because when we look at the machine age, when we think back to that era, we got a lot of natural materials from the craftsman mixed in with that industrial era, and that shows really well with the black and the natural materials here. Look, we got white oak flooring, just beautiful, laid in place flooring, and it's so sharp in here. It provides a little bit of warmth, which we needed because it's very masculine in this home. The space flows so nicely back here. We gotta start in the back because this is where it's really the showstopper. You ready? This is it. Look at this. This is so stunning. This kitchen was, I mean, I sketched this out. We spent a lot of time trying to imagine how are we gonna make this kitchen just super sharp, sophisticated, and yes, it's sexy. It's so sexy. I mean, look at this arch. It's beautiful. Yes, there's a commercial grade hood vent here and it vents outside. We got these beautiful new appliances. Look, they're in this matte black. This is GE Cafe, and they have gold finishes, so sharp. The matte black just shows so nicely. I mean, look at the just sharp contrasting detail you get from the black cabinets. We wanted to add a little light coming from the side, so we did these glass side frames. We got a pull-out trash can right in here. Isn't that kind of sharp? We did something a little different on the side, so we just have some more storage, because you can't have enough storage. And then we got the island, because remember we had a peninsula before, which is just, peninsulas are so 1990s. We don't do peninsulas anymore, we do islands. This beautiful island, nice quartz countertops made to look like marble. I mean, this space is sophisticated, it's sharp, it's so cool. But look, we gotta step back. Why did we redo this design? Because we didn't have a mudroom before. You came off the back, you walked right in the kitchen. There was no mudroom, there was no pantry. Today's homeowner needs a mudroom and they need a pantry. So we've added this mudroom, this little sectioned off area here that's partitioned where you come in from the back. And we got these mudroom lockers that we built in. Look at this really sharp hooks and hardware that we put in here. They're so cool. The gnarled gold from Restoration Hardware, so sharp. Lots of Restoration Hardware in this home. Coming over here, don't forget we got a pot filler, but we have another pot filler in here. And you're wondering, what is this for in the pantry? Well, this is your barista station. So you don't have to get up and fill up the water in the kitchen. You can do it right here in the pantry. Everything was thought through. So many cool details in here. And it continues this way. Let's take a look quickly at the backyard. So you're coming in from the mudroom. Remember, we didn't have any light here before. This was just a dark door. We had a single window in the dining room. It was dark. We added a double window and we added a glass door, and now you have this beautiful backyard and the light just comes in. Look, backyards aren't as much of a yard as an outdoor space, and we need to rethink how we're doing the form and function out in the yard. And so what we had is we had this squared box, and we need to make every little inch matter. So what we've done here is we've added planter boxes and we've created multiple zones of outdoor living spaces. We have the paver patio section. We have the grass area, which is like perfect for like sitting and having a cocktail, a drink, or after your grill. And then we did AstroTurf because we want zero maintenance back here. You don't want to have to come back here and mow this very small yard. You don't need a large space. You just need a well-defined functional space. And that's what we did. To create a little bit more privacy, to create a little bit more elegance, we added these planter boxes so we could get a little bit of height. We elevated them so you got a little bit of blowing in the wind instead of staring at an ugly fence. Turned out so sharp, but all the details continue inside. So let's keep on going on this tour because we got so much to see today. Look, we needed to add a couple feminine touches to kind of warm up this space. So we did some gold hardware throughout, but then we also have these beautiful chandeliers. So we added some jazz age, very sharp, Parisian styled chandeliers that these are real crystal that just add enough sparkle and a little feminine touch to the area. We also want to do some other fun details. We wanted to show off like the artwork. And so we added a number of picture lights throughout the home. I mean, there's so many cool light fixtures in this home. Lighting is so important. It's the jewelry of the space. It's so important to design. And we added that to kind of create some artwork that would add a little bit more feminine touch. So now that I've talked about feminine, let's talk about some really cool masculine things. We got to start in this powder room. This powder room is so sharp. Look at this penny tile. We had a matte finish penny tile in the pantry, but in here we had this glossy penny tile with this really sharp, rustic looking, elongated for a little modern feel subway tile in a black, and it's just so cool. The toilet has a black toilet seat on top, which has a really sharp finish, and we have this cool kind of rustic vanity. Let's go take a look upstairs, but before we do, we have to stop and check this out. So you can't have a new home without some smart tech. So we've added this brilliant light switch, which controls all the lights in the house. I mean, watch this, I can turn off all the lights right here. How cool is that? I can also turn them on to evening dim, or I can turn them all on to bright. I can control individual spaces. I can control the heat. I can lock and unlock the front door. I can control the Sonos smart speakers, all that right from this app. This is brilliant. I'll leave the description in my video, so make sure you take a look. I love this. I have one in my own home. They're amazing. And hey, look at this. They even have a little video camera on it. And you can use them as an intercom system to call up and down. All right, let's look upstairs. So coming upstairs, we have this beautiful landing here. And look at this. There's this metal custom, this wrought iron that they did here. It's just beautiful. It gives that industrial touch. Let's head up. And what you're gonna notice is we have this kind of flannel carpet, and we come up and there's this really sharp nautical mirror with all these like rivets on it. And I was looking at this after we hung it up, and I realized that we're staring at the back of this wall here, and we need to have some artwork. So we added these tablets here, so you have this really cool, just artistic, and add some natural elements and warmth to the space when you're coming upstairs, and it reflects right on the back. So we added that as an afterthought, and I think it was so well done. And then the doors here, we painted black to kind of give a little bit more pop to match with the windows. It's just so cool, but look at this primary suite. We have a king sleigh bed in here right now. Look at these really sharp pennants. I want to draw your eyes to the height of the ceiling. So we wanted to do pennants that came down so that you look up and notice that the ceilings are all vaulted in here. And it was so cool. But we needed a little bit more femininity because it was getting a little masculine again with this black and white contrast. So we ended up doing these fishing baskets that are kind of upside down, and they have a light fixture in them, just add a little bit of warmth. They're in like kind of a natural woven material, which really goes with that industrial theme where you had that kind of clash of that machine age and the craftsman age kind of melding together. But the bathroom is what we really did up here. We did it really well. You recall before, you opened the door and we had a toilet right here. I hate staring at a toilet. So now we just flop the toilet and shower. The shower is behind the door. So now the toilet's behind the door. Notice, as you look in the bathroom, you see the vanities, you see the shower, you see the tub, but you don't have to look at the toilet. Clever little small touch that made such a big impact, because also By now having the shower over here, we can do a Euro style shower where we got the tub and the shower combined together, and it gained just a little bit more room for the size of the shower, which was genius. We got so much more space in here, which made so much sense. We did this really sharp tile, again, going on in that contrast, that craftsman industrial era kind of melded together. And you got the black and white, kind of this plaid tile. Then we have the elongated and a herringbone right here on the floor. We did some natural oak stained cabinets here, just add a little bit more warmth to the space. And then we got back to some modern stuff and then some industrial fixtures and these really cool sconces. But that continues as we go into the other ensuite bedroom. So we had another ensuite bedroom over here. Remember, we had a door out here for the bathroom, but we made that ensuite because there's no sense to that. So come on in, check this out. How cool is this room? I mean, this room is so cool. We got the vaulted ceilings again in here, the cool brickwork, all the accents, and now we got a door that makes this bathroom an ensuite. So we now have 2 primary suites in this house. I was standing in this bathroom about mid-project and I'm like, wow, look, we got vaulted ceilings up here, but it was still dark. And I thought, we need to add a window wall. So we went out and we added this transom. There was 2 downstairs as well. You might've seen it. It was in the pantry and the mudroom. And these transoms are actually reclaimed windows. These are old windows. So yeah, they're full of lead-based paint, but look at all the character. We sealed them all up, we put some paint on them, and hey, no one's gonna jump up there and scratch and lick it anyways, hopefully, right? So we have this beautiful old historic character by going to restore and getting these reclaimed fixtures that just make a big difference. But then it comes in here, and we have these traditional details. This subway tile with this nice kind of black strip around it. I mean, this is a very traditional looking bathroom, which we wanted to do to the heritage of that kind of craftsman era. Really cool details. I mean, look at even these towel hooks. I mean, some fun things in this house. You just gotta check it out. Let's go to the basement. The basement is so sharp, but on our way down, let's make a quick stop. When we were setting the toilet in this powder room, because the toilet's right behind this wall, it was set all the way to the back. And I thought, well, that's silly. You don't need the toilet to be all the way set back. It's just a waste of space. So we moved the toilet up a little bit, and then I added this cool under the stairs niche. It's got a little light in here that turns on when you go in it. And it's just extra storage. Just a little hidden storage room. I mean, you need all the storage you can get when you got a small space. It was a clever design. Let's go take a look downstairs. This is cool. We're saving some of the best for last. Okay, the wall used to come all the way to here, and then there was a door here that then came to the basement. We opened all that up. We reinforced the flooring here to support all this. So you now have this open and inviting family room where you just walk right into the additional living space in the basement. You do not want a basement to feel like a basement. And the first thing I wanted to do is still carry through that industrial feel that was from upstairs down here. And to do that, I was looking at this and I realized we only have a window in the front and the back of the home. And that light is limited in the center. And so I thought, you know, if we're gonna go with the loft theme, we should only carry the walls partially up, not all the way to the top. And so we did that. And I thought, well, that'll be sharp because then we're gonna get these big machinist age light fixtures. I mean, they almost look like something out of your high school gymnasium, right? And when you stand over here, you can look back and you can see all those chandeliers, those pendants just hanging down over the top, and you can see the metal and all that machinist age just stand out, and it looks so sharp and sophisticated. I'm just so excited at how the way that this all turned out. And that was such a big design thing because it turns out when you don't run a wall all the way to the ceiling, it's really hard to keep them stable because they wobble a lot. We had to do a bunch of cross bracing in the wall, neither here nor there. The final design is just incredible. So we come down here, we got this family room, we got a bathroom, and we got another bedroom in the back. But we got this cool family room area here. We had the windows wrapped in this brick with the marching soldiers on top just to give that kind of indoor, outdoor feel where we bring the brick from the outside in and we continue that industrial look that we wanted. Made sure to do the same kind of floor upstairs, but this is a luxury vinyl plank down here. We even staged it with some kind of cool plaid carpeting, and we added some leathers and industrial age chairs just to give a really cool look. But then the fireplace, we wrapped it in this metal, this really sharp metal, and you can see like the little rivets on it and stuff. I mean, this is solid metal that they wrapped the whole fireplace on. We did a 72-inch electric fireplace down here, which just gives so much like a sharp, warm living space. We also wanted to add a bar, and so we considered this for quite a while. We were gonna throw a sink and we decided not to. Instead we did this kind of like concrete looking countertop. It's actually quartz with some black and just threw a beverage fridge, and it's a dry bar because we got a sink right over here in the bathroom, but it's still a great space. Just to grab a beverage and to make this more of a functional family room area. All right, let's continue down the hall. We have some other great details. We wanted to do some stuff that could reclaim some old details. This was actually the vanity, the bottom cabinet that was in the primary bath. We reclaimed and recycled it. We moved it down here. We got new counters, new hardware and plumbing fixtures. This turned out to be a really cool bathroom. But look, we did a couple other fun things. Because we are doing everything new, we're doing a whole house flip. We got new appliances, we got new light fixtures, new plumbing. It was important to get new mechanics. We had a gas water heater, we had a gas furnace before. We've updated all that. We now have a heat pump that replaced the air conditioner. We have an electric furnace that replaced the gas furnace. And we have an electric water heater that replaced the gas water heater. Apart from the stove in this house, everything is electric. We've electrified it, which is the way that we're going in the future. This is now an energy efficient home, and we are pushing for that energy efficiency. We're gonna add solar panels someday, and eventually we'll probably replace the gas range with an induction range, which will take this off the grid completely, being nothing but electric. We're so excited about that, but you have to check out this heat pump. I mean, look at this thing. It's a state-of-the-art Mitsubishi. They can go to -20 air temperature. It's very rarely ever, like ever, below that for an air temperature. But if it does, that's what this electric furnace is for. It'll kick on, and that will give us the heat that we need to help with that adjustment. It's a ducted heat pump. The technology is amazing. Look, since 2020, more heat pumps have sold in the US than furnaces. I mean, think about that. That just shows you where the technology is going, because it has increased so much that every year since, we're seeing more and more heat pumps just sell. Look, this was a fun project. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Go back and watch the video of our before to take a look at how it was before we started this whole design. If you like watching this video, if you like seeing things about Iowa City real estate, about luxury real estate, then hey, this channel's for you. Make sure to subscribe down below. If you're buying or selling and you're in Iowa City, call me. The vision, the design, the end that you need, I got all those tools. I'm an award-winning, top producing agent right here in the area, and I would love to have the opportunity to work for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.